Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with...
Let's be your sorry I'm eating chocolate.
She's being a chocolate bevel. Frizzle bevel.
But yeah, welcome. Shut up. But anyways, welcome to the beloved Season 9 of Radio Reviews. Can you believe we're already at season number 9? By the time you see this, it's already probably spring or summer because we're airing this on a weekly basis, most likely because, yeah, on the day this is being filmed, it is literally 2 days before 2021, but hey, we can film in advance. So, anyways, enough with the frickin' goofy ass talking. Enough with that. Anyways, I know one thing is certain. We are definitely going to have a good time tonight. Reviewing some more new radios, thanks to Mitchell and Holly, who are still here at this time. But in this episode, we are going to be taking a look at the Acu-Rite 08510 RX. Alright, let's get down to business for the first episode of Season 9. So, yeah. The Acu-Rite 08510RX. The 08500RX's cousin, except this one actually has a siren and a tilting display. Yeah, so yeah.
And it looks like a calculator.
It looks like a what?
A calculator.
It does look like a calculator, just without the number pad. Look at this. This is a giant calculator with a tilt screen. That's what it is. You know what, Val, you brought up a good point. I did not realize this until you just mentioned that. This is a gigantic calculator with buttons and an antenna with the weird dome straight from the 08500.
Michael, all calculators have buttons.
Well, without the number pad though.
But you said without buttons.
Yeah, without the number pad, without the number button.
Difference.
Without the number buttons. You know what I mean. Anyways, this radio
No, I
is
don't.
just... Yes, you do. Anyways, this
No, I
radio...
don't.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, this radio... Bitch. This radio is... Cunt! Anyways, this radio is just absolutely massive. It is way bigger than the 08500RX because... I'm going to stand up for this. Literally, it's about a little bit bigger than my hand. And this is a fairly oversized radio, but it's also literally the first Acu-Rite that I've ever reviewed, at least, that has a tilting display. Also, this is the first Acu-Rite that actually has a siren. This has a siren. For once, Acu-Rite did the right thing instead of being Acu-Wrong, and added an actual siren to the radio.
When did this come out?
I think this came out in hold on, let me check. I think it came out in the late 2000s, early 2010s, because this is not that new of a radio.
I see.
All I know is it is the successor to the 08500RX, which was reviewed in August of last year in Season 7. That was reviewed in Season 7, and that had no siren. But this one does, and it has a tilting display, as I've said already, plus slightly larger buttons. And it actually has a faster scrolling display, I think. Oh wait, no, it's actually the same. But yeah, these Acu-Rites always have these scrolling displays. So anyways, as we continue on with the first episode of Season 9, we're going to go ahead into the radio's cool quirks and weird features. And no, we're not going to give it...
DeMiro once again.
And no, we're not going to give it a Doug score because this is not Doug DeMiro's YouTube channel. So, anyways, why don't we get into the first feature? I almost said next feature, but we just started. Anyways, the first feature of the Acu-Rite 08510 is the Siren. Why don't we take a listen to it? That's the worst siren I've ever fucking heard.
It sounds like a lower pitched or higher pitched attention tone. That's literally what it sounds like.
You know what it sounds like to me?
What?
It's like if you took the alert reminder tone of the Radio Shack 12-262 and just put it an octave lower and you get that. That's what it sounds like. It's terrible, the siren. I don't know what the hell Acu-Rite was thinking, but it's obvious they can't even make their own proper sounding siren, even if they tried.
What do you think the rest of the radios don't have sirens? Or majority of them anyways.
Exactly right. Because Acu-Rite always gets Acu wrong with whatever they try to design in terms of sound. But all I know is the siren on this thing, in my dearest and nearest opinion, is just terrible. Like, what? I know it's a beep. It's designed to get your attention, so at least it has some significance. But why does it have to look ugly like this radio does anyway? Why?
Look ugly. A siren has no appearance unless it's a tornado siren.
Well, it sounds ugly, okay? You get my point.
Go. That's better.
I know I said looks ugly. It sounds ugly, just like how the radio itself looks ugly, with its stupid tilting display and the... But, yeah, that's besides the point.
Yeah, for a radio that came out in, like, what, in the 2010s, you said?
I think 2011.
It looks like it came out of the early 2000s. Like, that presentation, that's what's giving me. Same thing with the siren, you know? It sounds like the 74109 and the older... No, I said older, not older.
Okay, whatever. Well, you were saying?
That was basically what I was saying. Like, it was giving me early 2000s radio. Like, especially with the siren. Like I mentioned, it sounds like the older Midland radios.
Yeah.
Like, pretty darn close to it.
It kind of does. But we must move on to the next feature. And you should probably guess what it is, because you can see Val's reflection as she drinks Mellow Yellow.
It's citrus drop, but close enough.
You're a citrus drop.
You're a buzzy drop.
Citrus buzzy. But anyways, yeah. Why don't we get into the next feature on the Acu-Rite 08510 RX? And that would be the tilting display. Okay, the display on the Acu-Rite 08510 RX. Now, as I mentioned before, this is the successor to the 08500 RX, which was reviewed last year. And as you can clearly see, it has one vast improvement. What the fuck? Shut up. It has one vast improvement over the predecessor. Bitch.
What?
radios like this abuse my fucking sanity with how fucking shit they are. But that's
So that's why you abuse the 120 at times?
the 120.
The Midland WR120?
No, I know what you mean, but what do you mean abuse the 120?
You don't remember?
No, I don't abuse my 120. It's lasted for 8 years.
Dude, it was supposed to be a joke.
You do realize I can't tell jokes from sarcasm, that right?
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah. Nicholas has the same fucking problem. I can share his fucking pain.
Yeah, but Nicholas has way more sarcasm understanding than you do, so
Oh, really?
he himself is sarcastic.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes, you.
Really? What fucking makes you say that shit, bitch?
Because Tennessee.
Because fuck you. Anyways,
I'm taken.
don't remind me.
Oh well, already dead.
Thanks a lot. But yeah, the
You're welcome
screen
a lot.
the screen on the 08510RX is basically one of those like displays that tilt up and down. It's kind of like the 262 and the 521 screens. That's pretty much what it's like. There's 3 different types of tilts you can do with this radio, because you can have it like this, which is a little bit up. You have it with the middle setting and then the max tilt setting. So there's like 3 different tilt settings on this screen. Or you can just have it down all the way if you want to like look at the radio like that. But who the hell wants that?
I sure don't.
So yeah, if you want that option, since it is a tabletop radio, obviously, because this is not a fucking portable radio this big.
Yeah, I thought it was a laptop radio.
But yeah, since it is a tabletop radio, it's a good thing they gave that option to have the tilting screen, just so you can see the display better. But unfortunately, we must move on to a bad feature, and that would be the fucking design of this piece of crap. Okay, opinionated as shit critiques incoming. This has to be the most ugliest Acu-Rite I have ever seen. Ever. Like, ever.
I agree.
This is probably
Like, it gives
one of the worst looking weather radios I have ever seen. There's no style to it whatsoever. It's just a brick. Like, it's like,
if I may.
hang on, it's plastic as hell. It's ugly. It's at a slant. I guess it's okay, but no. It's just, bruh. This is literally the ugliest Acu-Rite radio I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, it doesn't help that you don't even get the option of having an external antenna. Let's point that out. There's no external antenna option. You gotta deal with the factory piece of crap that is the antenna on the back with that stupid dome.
I actually pointed this out to Michael earlier while he wasn't recording, but I pointed out to him that it looks like the Zone Guard.
You know what? It kind of does.
In the center, you got the display on top of the buttons. Like, look at that, and then look at the Zone Guard.
You know what? I'm putting it next to it.
Not look similar.
It just looks bulkier than the Zone Guard.
Yeah, it's literally giving me like early 2000s Zone Guard. That's what it's giving me.
Even though the Zone Guard came out in 2009. Wait.
Well, compared to the two, it does.
Wait.
Look like
2011, I think.
Here, let me look it up.
I forget easily, okay? Hey, I still remember the trauma you created, fucking Zone Guard head ass in season 1. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
The Zone Guard says, you're welcome a lot.
We're already in season 9, and I still haven't forgotten. But, anyways.
Season 9 is already getting devious.
Yeah. Also, who the fuck is this person who sent me a friend request and joined my server? His name is Jason Voorhees.
When was the made?
Jason Voorhees.
No, I was saying I was asking when the account was made.
The account was made... today. What, bruh? That moment when you fucking realize Greenwich mean to... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The account was actually created on September 24th, 2018.
Interesting. I'd still keep an eye on them. See what their verification looks like.
They sent me a friend request and they also sent me this. What's next? Is the fucking sound effect gonna play in the background? Like...
Editing, Michael, if you can hear this, you should totally add that in.
I just did. But anyways, it's not... I don't know who you are, whether you're a troll or not. Glad you're a fan. Anyways, back to the display and the other stupid features of this big silvery brick. This thing has to be the ugliest looking Acu-Rite radio I have ever seen in my entire life, and it's just, there's nothing to it. It looks like the WX500 had a baby with Acu-Rite, and then Uniden broke the condom because it wouldn't activate! Which perfectly describes the WX500 in a nutshell. But, I'm sorry, my opinion only, the 08500 is better looking than this. The handhelds are better looking than this. This has to be the ugliest of the bunch. The only thing that's cool about it, so far at least, is the fucking tilting display thing. So yeah, I don't like the design. Some people might, but I hate it. Oh, Val, get this. Guess where the speaker is on this thing.
Where?
Can you believe this? This tiny little thing is the speaker. What the hell is that?
That's literally just an air vent. That looks like an air vent to me.
Bruh, the 08500, which is, again, the predecessor, has the same exact speaker. So this is not the only radio they did it on. They did it on the 08500 as well. This was literally meant to be a successor model to the 08500. Bruh. Successor?
More like failure.
Thank you. So yeah, why don't we get to another complaint? Ow. The screen is literally hurting my fingers. It's hurting my fingers because of how fucking hard it is to put the display up. Ow. Shut up. But yeah, we must get into another complaint, and that would be the screen scroll. It's just as bad as before. Okay, in Mitchell's own words, the screen scroll on this thing is so slow, but it's so cool, and it's the reason why I bought it. Yeah, well, it may be cool, but it interferes with the setup half the time. Anyways, yeah. At least this radio hasn't been reviewed before until now. So yeah, if you're watching this,
Thanks for the Acu-Rite.
so yeah, the screen scroll can be updated and configured in 3 different settings. You have screen scroll number 1, and I hear that Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee. But apparently, yes, I heard it on video. It came through the speakers. I heard it through your fucking microphone. I could literally roll back the fucking tape to where you said it.
Okay, roll back the tape then after this. I bet you, it will not be there. Roll the tape after this segment. Roll the tape after this segment, and then we'll talk about it later.
Whatever, bitch.
Davidson.
But, yeah, there's 3 different scrolling options. You have scroll option number 1, which is the fucking worst. Look how long it takes. Look at this. Look at this. Scrolling rate 1. You have to wait. No, look. Get this. It's literally Jeopardy every fucking time. Because with the setup, no, listen. With the setup, you literally, in some elements, you have to wait until it stops scrolling in order to do what you are intending to do with a certain option. You can't skip it. You have to literally wait through it in order for it to finish, just so you can literally mess around with a configuration on this radio. And it's the same damn thing with the other Acu-Rites. And yes, scrolling mode 3 is literally the fastest. This is literally the fastest rate. You cannot go faster than 3. If you do, well, you can't. Because, yeah, this is literally a huge design flaw on the Acu-Rite radios. Sure, it may look cool, especially when displaying the warnings. Granted, Radio Shack did the exact same thing with the 521, the 382, and the 262. But at least that is faster and you can see it better than this. This literally has a fucking... Okay. For those of you who go way back to the 90s shows, if you watch Night Court with Harry Anderson, yeah, this radio has a case of tortoise nervosa. In other words, fucking slow. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the next soon-to-be complaint. And that would be the speaker quality, because I'm not sure this is gonna sound that good. You can literally see the speaker right there. See those little teeth-like things? Yeah, I'm not sure this is gonna be good. Oh boy, help me. Val?
Yes, Michael?
What feature was I on again? Three years in the fucking business has taken a toll on me. The business of radio reviews, oh my god. Anyways, the speaker quality on the 0851.
Sure, now you know what, after asking me what feature we were on. Start!
Shut up! Anyways, the speaker quality on the Acu-Rite 08510 RX. In order to do that, we have to raise the quite unique antenna with a rounded trapezoidal shaped dome, just like the 08500. So we need to go ahead, and we're already on channel 6 because it can display it right on the bottom left corner of the screen, right about there. So yeah, we're going to move over to the other side of the room just to get a signal, and we're going to see the speaker quality on the Acu-Rite.
Mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers. Lows in the mid-40s. Mostly sunny. Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-30s.
Bruh.
In the lower 50s. Monday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 30s. Tuesday, sunny. Highs in the mid-30s. Tuesday night, partly cloudy.
That's better.
Lows in the lower 30s. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-50s.
That's better. All right, let's try it.
Thursday night through Friday. Localized flooding of streams and or drainage areas is possible, as is minor flooding of main stem rivers. The Charlotte, North Carolina climate summary for this evening as of 4 p.m., December 30th, 2020. Today's high temperature, 4:29 p.m. The normal high is 50. The record high is 76 degrees, which was set in 1984. Today's low temperature of 37 degrees occurred at 8:26 a.m. The normal low is 30. The record low is...
The speaker quality is not that bad, but my God, that tiny speaker is just not good. Speaker quality, honestly, I'm gonna lay off on it and just give it an okay rating, because at least you can still hear it somehow, but other than that, it's just shit.
Like I said, my air vent.
It is an air vent. So let's go ahead and get to the next feature. And you know what that is, of course, the reception. Okay, the reception on the Acu-Rite 08510 RX. Let's listen in. Bitch!
What?
I heard that!
Heard what?
Tennessee! Tennessee!
I
Tennessee!
didn't do it.
Yeah, you did!
Why are you blaming me?
I got it on film!
What is this, Among Us? Are you sussing me?
Yes!
No. Darling, maybe you're sus.
I am not sus.
Yes, you are. I saw you vent.
I'm reviewing a radio with a vent. I can't help it.
And still pretty sus to me that you were right next to a vent.
This bitch right here. Anyways, back to the reception. Of course, it backed me out of the menu.
Yeah, maybe a bitch, but you're still sus because you're right next to a fucking vent that you're about to jump into.
With the reception? Well, you know what's next. Time to go outdoors in the frigid cold temperatures just to see the outdoor reception. Let's just see it.
Don't have Glacier come out and get you.
He might come and get me, I don't know. All right, we are once again out here in the cold, blustery, chilly, foggy, cloudy-ish, moonlit night of the North Carolina mountains during December. Yeah, by the time you see this, people, this is the shit I have to deal with in the winter. Welcome to Radio Reviews, am I right? It's a good thing as soon as these episodes air, it'll be nice and warm and hot. Because that's what we all need, right? None of this wintry mix shit. Anyways, let's get to the outdoor reception on the Acu-Rite 08510 RX. Manual setup. Edit channel.
30s. Sunday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-40s. Sunday night, partly cloudy. Lows around 30. Monday, sunny. Highs in the upper 40s. Monday night, mostly clear. Lows around 30. Chance of showers after midnight. Patchy fog after midnight. Steady temperatures around 40. Northwest winds around 5 miles and raining. Fog. Near steady temperatures in the upper 30s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly cloudy. A chance of rain in the afternoon. Precipitation fell today, which leaves the monthly total at 2.92 inches. The total precipitation for the year still stands at 58.7.
Wow. I'm getting WNG 588 on this thing. Look at that.
Slopes of the southern Appalachians, Thursday night through Friday. Localized flooding of streams and poor drainage areas is possible, as is minor flooding of main stem rivers. The Charlotte, North Carolina climate summary for this evening. It was mostly cloudy. The temperature was 45 degrees. The following is a special weather statement. Gusty winds continue this evening across the higher elevations. Sustained with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Winds
I hear WXJ21 somewhere.
Secured objects break off small. Travel more difficult for brief periods of time. Use extra caution when driving across the higher elevations this evening, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. The Voice of the National Weather Service, broadcasting from Holston Mountain, with content originating from your National Weather Service office in Morristown, Tennessee.
Wow. I'm actually quite impressed with the reception out here. So honestly, I'm giving it a good rating because I do not get WNG 588 that good on any other radio. Well, I do on some radios, but this one picked it up okay. So yeah, the reception is actually pretty good. Nice. Anyways, on to the next feature, and that would be the antenna. All right, the next feature, and that is the antenna on the Acu-Rite. So if I bring it all the way down, it's very unusual, like the 08500. It has that typical Acu-Rite shaped weathered dome on top. Kind of looks like a trapezoid. Or one of those gigantic water towers with like a slanted top or whatever. But regardless, it's a unique shape for the antenna. Plus, it actually gives it a little bit of better reception, I guess. Maybe that explains why we were able to receive Channel 5. And yes, I heard that, Miss Tennessee, but maybe that...
Heard what? Michael, you love me.
Maybe
this is a shit to deal with.
Maybe that explains why I was able to get Channel 5 so clearly, but not just from the dome. Maybe it's the tuner as well, because yeah, the reception outside was actually pretty good. And I have a feeling that the antenna was relating to that slightly. So, yeah. How's that for a nice review? So, why don't we get on to the next feature, and that would be the build quality. Okay, the build quality on the Acu-Rite 08510 RX. The radio itself actually feels pretty sturdy. The screen actually feels very well built as well. It feels like there's some like actual gears in there or something. Yeah, like gears.
Hey, you gotta gear up for a weather situation.
Yes. So, yeah, this is definitely a very, very nice radio, especially in terms of build quality. The only thing I hate about it is the fucking look of it.
Does it haunt you like the Zone Guard?
Not really, no. But the buttons feel a bit finicky too, but they respond well. Unlike the fucking J-Win.
I was gonna say, compare that to the J-Win.
Yeah, the J-Win is absolutely terrible with the button response. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like...
to me they put some harsher material into the buttons.
Dude, even though you're not a dude, you're Miss Valerie. I was talking to Nicholas last night. He said, and I quote, I was legit about to smash the damn thing because of how non-cooperative it was.
I remember him bringing that up.
Yeah, the J-Win's buttons are terrible. I'm disappointed.
Like, some of the J-Wins I've seen, their displays and some of their, like, you know, firmware and whatnot, that's pretty good. The only complaint is the buttons.
Yeah.
It seems like it's like that with all of their radios.
Yeah. That's literally the only thing.
I wonder why they do that, to be honest. Because they're really
You want to know something?
made for harsh buttons like that.
You want to know something? The buttons are literally similar to that of the Zone Guard and Zone Guard Plus. They feel literally just as unresponsive as them. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense because the J-Win legit has upgraded Eton firmware to an extent. And I like how we're already going on a rant about a radio which was reviewed last season when we're talking about this radio. But yeah, the J-Win's buttons are terrible. And also, if you want to look at that episode, the link is in the description. But anyways, back to the Acu-Rite.
that episode as well.
Yes, back to the Acu-Rite. I did notice that the volume up button sometimes goes off to the side and like stays there as if it was broken. It looks broken, but excuse me, I have the hiccups. Also, apparently this button is a bit sensitive.
What button is that?
The volume up button, because look,
Oh.
if you're not careful, and I'm not gonna do anything else, but look, if you're not careful, sometimes the button can lift up, and it can actually break off. Like, I'm gonna bring the camera closer to this. Look, this is the volume up button. This is normal. This is normal. Look at that. It's up, and it looks like it's about to break. But if I just push it down, look, it's still like that. It's been going like that ever since the review started. So the buttons are a bit shitty as well.
Cheaply made.
It does feel cheaply made, honestly. Just for normal use. And it's like that with all the Acu-Rites, honestly, but all of them feel cheaply made. But yeah, The build quality on the Acu-Rite 08510RX is just simply meh. It honestly is. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just meh. Why don't we get to the final thoughts on this Acu-Rite brick? Alright, the final thoughts on the Acu-Rite 08510RX. This radio is an okay radio at best. There is a lot of flaws with this feature, both design-wise and setup-wise. I didn't complain about the setup on it, actually, like I did with the 08500, because you guys know the drill by now. At least you guys, at least, this radio is slightly more tolerable than the other, you know, handhelds. Like, and the other Acu-Rites too. Because, yeah, this setup is just eh. But other than that, it does get good reception. It does have a good, you know, tuner and all that. The antenna is also good and it feels very nice. Nothing sturdy or whatever. But what irons it out as an okay radio is literally all of the flaws that it has. From the screen scroll to the setup to the quality of the buttons to that teeny little speaker up top. But if you guys want to buy yourself an Acu-Rite, don't expect it to always work. Some of these actually have been, you know, dead on arrival radios. But at least this one was able to work properly enough for it to review. Again, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for future videos like this. Also subscribe to MontyCat33 and the Siren Geek for more episodes of radio reviews, thanks to them and their radios. And also subscribe to Miss Valerie right over here. So, on that note, the 08510 is your average radio. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This is Clay Ranger 143 signing out, along with
Miss VR.
And we'll see you next week on Radio Reviews. Take care and stay safe. Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.